The other thing is, as an indigenous individual, as an Ojibwe, the Trudeau keeps pulling fucking these, like, I don't want to say Uncle Tom, but for lack of a better word, Uncle Tom natives. This has been a very, very persistent and consistent issue in the Canadian government, where the Canadian government, they fund corrupt Indigenous officials. Okay, these officials do not. They spend a fraction of the funding that they get from the government on their actual reserves and on their people, in exchange for, well, that gets overlooked, right? And for saying that they support the government, or that the government supports them, and the government they have a synonymous, you know, a synergistic relationship, which they do not. That's not the case. Okay, if you do any bit of research about reserves up north, or like that are east 10, 12 hours away from Ottawa, anything past Ottawa, it's the most of the reserves are desolate. Like, a lot of them are brutal, and a lot of the ones further up north have no drinking water. And what did the government do for them? They put out a grant. They say, call us. Oh, we know you have generations of family members that didn't have drinking water. Just call us. We'll figure out the numbers. We got a grant for you. We'll figure out the numbers. What, 3 generations of family members without clean drinking water? What's that, like $5,000? Like, what the fuck? Just build the infrastructure. Just do it. Hold your promises. Trudeau's like, I'm gonna bring out clean drinking water to the native people. I'm gonna get down to the residential schools. You're not gonna get down to the residential schools, buddy. I don't know how fucking stupid the Canadian people have to be to not realize there were about 30-ish, 40 residential schools strewn across Canada. Very simple. Go to each site, do an investigation, it's done. Okay? Why has it been going on for the last 10 years? Of this back and forth. Oh, there's some here, there's some there, there might be some there might not be some there, some dead bodies here. We know how it fucking went. We know how those children were treated. Fuck, we know how white people were treated by nuns. The nunneries, the Catholic Church treated everybody. There was nightmare zone. Okay? You're trying to indoctrinate people. There's gonna be resistance, and there's gonna be violence, and there's gonna be discipline. What do you want? Like, especially back in the day where everybody was dying and everybody was sick and less resources. Like, just part and parcel, you're going to have a lot of dead kids or dead bodies involved in these schools. And my grandmother went to St. Joseph. She escaped from St. Joseph, but it's ridiculous. There's countless cases of abuse. And not only that, it's just bullshit. Like, if you look at most of the reserves, it's still the same fucking thing. We have no social services. Okay, there's no social services whatsoever. Well, not whatsoever. There are some, but they're not qualified to deal with generational abuse and generational alcoholism and generational just oppression. You know what I mean? They don't have the resources to assist people with that. Like, these are the people you need to be pissing money into and uplifting their lives. You know what I mean? These are the ones that live in absolute squalor and have experienced it for generations. But they're still out there. They're still not being addressed. And then you still have the Trudeau government going around with their little fucking natives on the leash going, oh, tell them how good we are. Tell them how much funding we gave you. Tell them how they're helping your reserve. Tell them. I've heard like 3 reserves on the news. That's it. There's how many fucking reserves, let alone how many tribes? Like, come on, man. This is ridiculous. The fucking Canadian government sending out news articles like, the Canadian people are hijacking the flag. The flag represents colonialism and oppression. How about the native people that assimilated? How about the ones that, you know how evolution works? You know, fight or die, adapt or die. You know what I mean? We're all evolving. Everything's getting amalgamated now, okay? The globalism is happening, but it needs to not happen in a way that it's probably going to happen at first, is that it's going to be like almost communism. It's going to be all these big head honchos saying, we got your best interest in mind, and they only have their best interest in mind. They have their legacy in mind. So it's their legacy, then your best interest. So whatever makes their legacy look best is what they're going to do first. And then after that, then they'll take care of the needs of the people. So, you know what I mean? And their legacy is upheld by other people like them. So, you know, History is written by the victors. Yeah. Anyway, take from that what you will, but I just think it's ridiculous the government's pushing this weird, divisive. They're dividing people over the Canadian flag. Like, they're trying to create an argument where, like, oh no, the flag is being hijacked by the protesters. No, it's not. We're gonna take it back. The flag never went anywhere. It's never gonna go anywhere. It represents the same thing all the fucking time. It represents freedom. Period. Okay, it wasn't hijacked. And then you have all these fucking these fragile men that are like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my god. The protesters are using the Canadian flag? Oh my god. This is like American politics. What do you fucking mean American politics? It's the same thing. You have two parties, they debate, you vote. The people vote for the one that has the people's best interest in mind. That's how it works. There's no American politics, there's no Canadian politics. It's just fucking politics.